actually also a flex pick right now. If the Gnar is counterpicked, it's often swapped mid these days in the LPL.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so I say often. I think it happened twice, but it is a thing now to play in our mid.
No.
So I don't think it's very good mid, but
That's Xerath!
okay, well...
Well, I mean, I
think the Gnar is not going to be played mid if
I
the Xerath
also
is on the
think
Rift.
that Xerath is going to be played bot lane, and it's going to be Guma pretty much playing Magic Jin in the bottom lane is what I'm going to call it. That's crazy. Okay, so never mind. I was just, maybe he was in a losing game state in one of those games, but ultimately in the end did not actually lose. But here we are, ladies and gentlemen, onto the Rift one more time here for our second game of the day. Humble Life Esports looking to try and recover from a difficult time at the Esports World Cup.
Guma can just sit back and take pot shots, and Blight can defend.
Yeah, another really good taunt, but it didn't actually really work out here as there is a gorgeous hook shot, and the slow is going to land. That's first blood going over to Delight.
Has extra mana to just continue to put the pressure on. That's all. We're going to have a bit of a fight here.
Yep.
Not really, just Delight just gets away. Delight has boots, so he's kind of zooming around as well at level 2.
Yeah, he's a pretty scary Camille for this stage of the game, as now Zeus finding a gorgeous hop angle towards Jaehyuk.
This is the way that we expect this matchup to go. This is where we're
Have
saying
we
it's
just
kind of
been
Gnar.
spoiled though, Wolf? This is the thing. Maybe we base our Gnar matchups on how well Zeus plays them out, and maybe that's just completely
Maybe that's
unfair.
not fair. Yeah, maybe that's not fair. As Delight is just gonna, they're gonna kill him. I think he's gonna die. Always away from the turret. He used his abilities.
It's mini Gnar, so Zeus is not going to be able to pick up the turret aggro. They do have Kanavi making his way up. And
I think he'd die.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a tough time. This wave is getting thinned out somewhat. There are still a few minions left. As all right, Kanavi going to
does not
rotate
cancel
up.
these.
He does not. Hookshot is going to be able to connect, and that is going to be Kanavi grabbing the kill as he just dashes over. We'll be able to just clear out the minion waves. And now he will kind of be able to do that, right? Just eviscerate the wave and then leave. And that's what he's doing right now. Jaehyuk is being bullied, ladies and gentlemen. Zeus on his own skin will be able to punish him here. And he just tries to deal with the wave. He knew that he was dead. Hyperproc going to take him down and only needed the mini-Gnar. But the Eye of Destruction does connect. And he is just very happily being a Xerath down here on this bottom side. Solid going to be having a look at these grubs as Kanavi going to dash on over. Luka takes most of his health bar and damage, only level 3 on the Shen as Zeka dashing on over, looking for the angle, finds so many of these Qs. Petrifying Gaze is good as Kanavi will be taken down off the back of it. Garden still at full health as well, as a public execution is going to go wide, just barely not connecting onto Delight there.
Head on Cassiopeia doesn't mean that you just stomp the lane. You just have more components.
And you will get to like the big items earlier. Problem is that may not necessarily work. As the Rite of the Arcane comes down to help Zeka grab his first kill of the game. It's the next little moment. Nice ward does go down there, but will immediately get cleared here by HLE, keeping things dark on this top side at the same time. They still have control vision around this. Is now Solid taking a lot of damage once again. There's a Supreme display of talent, and it's looking pretty good as well. Rite of the Arcane was utilized here. Finally, the extra few buttons are going to be pressed, and Jaehyuk takes most of his health bar in damage. And let's see whether he can actually get home. I think that there is not a whole lot of chance for that one to work out. And he is going to stop the back.
I mean, Loopy can't defend this turret. Loopy is dead, by the way.
Yeah, the Hextech ultimatum comes down. There is nowhere that he can go, but they do manage to find the ulti. Delight going to be taken out first. Jaehyuk dashing around, finds the double. That was a sick outplay. Now Zeus going to try and save the play. Stands United is going to be able to keep this Ambassador alive. And Zeus doing his best to kite, but I think he might be dead as well. There's the taunt, and it's a triple here for the Ambassador. Quite be enough, and I think Zeus understands that, respecting the extra power that this Ambassador now has. 200 gold lead, in fact, for Jaehyuk, who is behind by 1,000 gold for basically the whole game.
He doesn't have ult, but he's getting pretty close. If they could delay this fight, they might actually have a chance to really contest here. Also, Garden has TP.
Ooh, Kanavi going to be able to lock down this camp, though, and now Solid going to get stunned up by the Supreme Display of Talent. Hextech ultimatum comes down. Delight should be dead, but the Rite of the Arcane is going to kill the Jabba before he even goes down. Now Zeka's going to show up. Another shot is going to land, and Jaehyuk is dead as well. Gumayushi just making money all over the place. 2-0 and 2 now on the Xerath. Yeah, really nicely done. As Wayne gonna get stunned up, but there's not a whole lot of damage on Delight, who's also tanking up the turret. Out of turret range there, but the taunt is going to make sure that Wayne is able to grab that kill.
Of the game that's caused so many problems for D+ here. And if that doesn't change, I think this 2,000 gold lead here for the Qiyana is going to be a bigger and bigger problem as we move into these later objectives, even though right now they're down 0-2 on Dragons. Every single objective matters, and we're getting close to Baron spawn. And the map is starting to open up a little bit.
Cool, Kanavi goes in, solid. Hookshot is going to get buffeted, but the Hextech Ultimatum, it's really hard to get out of that. Right of the Arcane comes down, nice sidestep there from Loopy to avoid almost death. And is going to get spotted by that empowered Scryer's Bloom thanks to the Chemtech Rift. And now HLE are just holding Garden in position. Instead, they're going to look for Loopy, and Kanavi just executes him. Even Gumayushi able to grab an assist off the back of that, I think from previous damage that he had done. And now the Flash ulti comes through. Really good ultimate to come out from Jayhawk, and it's just going to shut down Zeus. One of those items is Edge of Night that makes it a little bit more comfortable, but I'm still a little bit worried if DK get a really good angle and Kanavi oversteps. There could be an opportunity here for them to find this one. But Jayhawk not going to be able to make his way in. The right of the Arcane will be avoided there. And the Arcano pulses are now going to start flying over. Garden in a tough spot here, as that's a gorgeous ultimate there from Kanavi to line them all up. Loopy able to take him down though, but now it's Zeka's time to shine as Jayhawk gets himself in there. Gumayushi in a little bit of trouble, flashes out of the way. The Arcano pulse not going to be able to do it here, and now Jayhawk's able to find a couple and then does go down. Can Zeus find the Mega Gnar in time? And I think he will. Oh, Wayne actually finds a bit of damage here. And now Solid looking for Soul Point. He'll be able to get it.
Oh, we're seeing so many outplays here from D+ and just sloppy setups from HLE overall.
I'm a little bit worried, right? It kind of looks like Wayne had stealth. And if they've added stealth to the kit of Victor without me knowing, then I really need to study my patch notes, because he was at full health at the end of the fight. Like, what the heck?
It
wasn't until he, like it was very obviously only him and Solid left alive that he ever took damage. Now Garden going to get caught up.
Another outplay!
Gorgeous ultimate, and down will go Zeus.
Another
outplay.
Well, I mean, I'm actually starting to see the synergy between Xerath and Locke, by the way. Like, Guma's like, I'll set up that execute for you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so far away. Did not actually get enough damage because the Shen ultimate from Loopy came through. He hits the ultimate. They get the kill. Zeka in this game, like, he's 3-2, but this is not the Locke we've been seeing. His Delight's also going to get his back stopped here. Should be fine.
Yeah,
but ultimately a little bit annoying for him.
4,000 gold is not the end of the world.
It's soul point for D+.
Exactly, and it's a decent soul, right? Like, Ambessa gets so many shields. They have
Seraph's obviously on the Cassiopeia is gonna. I mean,
and they've got a Shen.
If they're low health but have a shield on top of them, they're gonna get the value out of this so much more value than those wards. Which is quite unknown at the moment. But Garden, I think this time, outplays him a little tough.
Well, let's see whether he can find it, as Kanavi wanting to throw some Qs around, and they will be able to lock down the Cassiopeia. The rest of DK were almost here in time, but did not quite make it. Now Zeka with the Mega Cone available, seeing whether he can actually get himself amongst it, as there's the dash on forward. Finds a whole bunch of Qs, and there is Gumayushi with the follow-up damage. Doesn't get much there towards the end, and they just turn it on to Zeus. That's a bit of an interesting move there from Solid, and now the Shen is also very dead. Right, the Arcane comes in, and Wayne is going to be convinced to leave, as Zeka doesn't find any of those Qs and will be backing away. Delight just flashes on in, and Wayne gets killed by the support. We'll be able to take him down in response, but that's an interesting move. And now HLE are likely to take a Baron.
Yeah, they're going to get Baron here. I don't know. Jayhawk 1v4.
I mean, Zeus is close to dead.
He gets a big Scryers. They have to leave, actually. This is a level 16 Ambessa.
He is an absolute monster. Won't be able to go 1v4 without the Baron helping out.
Is quite fun.
Yeah, I mean, that's something. As now Solid is just going to get dove on from the other side. Wasn't expecting the bad guys to come from up top, but that is what's going to happen. Garden able to take down an outer turret towards the bottom side of the map. That's going to be their first turret of the game, which is kind of crazy. Not a whole lot of turrets have been taken so far. And the Baron just going to be started up once again with the jungler dead. I mean, this is just, it's just some textbook play here. Kill the jungler, take Baron. And Garden is kind of trying to dive. But even that, not really going to be much
from
of an issue.
J-Hook, he has his death stance. He's like, I'll do it again. Watch, Wayne's here too. I don't know if they can actually secure this. I don't think so.
I mean, it's dangerous. They're the only ones with the smite, so it's going to have to be kill them all. You're not exactly going for a 50-50. Loopy gets on in there as they do manage to secure the Baron, but at what cost? That is the question, ladies and gentlemen. Now HLE trying to escape. The Rite of the Arcane comes down. It's a lot of damage, but not enough to get any kills, and Zeus is likely to fall. There he goes. J-Hook getting another one. That is 7 kills on the Ambessa, and Gumayushi trying to run away from Garden, but Garden was in the Garden. This is his home turf, and he's able to take out this Xerath.
I know this champion is really strong. I guess if the backs were desynced there and he came out at the right time.
This is Baron for 3
Soul.
kills and Soul.
Yeah, Soul is permanent. The Baron is only on 2 remaining members here. One of them is a jungler.
And the power play is negative 1,200. Wayne is going to die, so Zeka at least gets that one to try and pull that gold deficit back.
Yeah.
Oh, no! Oh, he's not able to actually get the steal. Supreme Display of Talent does go down. The Cataclysm comes on in. Solid is now a whole lot more powerful as he's sub 50% health with a Chemtech Soul.
Yeah, Kanavi, I think, is just dead, and they can
He
get
is
kill over the guard.
very dead.
He's going to delay this, but that's one more Baron gone. It's only Zeka left on lock. Kanavi?
Yeah, Kanavi gonna use his flash. Let's see whether he can actually escape. Oh my god, if he's gonna escape this.
Nah, Solid found him.
Surely. Okay, they managed to scry him, and down he will go. So Solid gonna be able to get some revenge here.
Bought some time for Zeka to get a turret with his Baron buff. So
that's something.
Much more comfortable spot in their group than D+, but also Gen.G probably watching like, HLE, really?
Yeah, exactly.
I need you guys to beat D+ right now to make sure we can get out of this group.
Well, honestly, maybe it's in HLE's best interest to make sure that Gen.G aren't in the rest of the tournament. As Hextech Ultimatum comes down, that is going to be the Supreme Display of Talent, and Kanavi going to be grabbing his 5th. 4 items are done. Cyrilda's is actually just completed here for Kanavi. He is deadly on this Kiana if he's in a good position.
Picking the jungler only, though, with no objective up doesn't necessarily mean all too much. They can use that, though, to push the advantage further.
Yeah, Zeka now looking for some angles here as he looks to dive in. Wayne goes golden, though, to keep himself alive. Garden will be taken out. Does get the Petrifying Gaze down, though, but it doesn't do enough. Gumayushi able to take out Wayne, and Loopy trying to escape into his own base, but I don't know whether that's going to be enough to save him. And that is going to be Kanavi locking down that kill. And I think, Wolf, this game just ended.
Yeah, just very suddenly. Finally, a little bit more setup for Zeka's push through there. Gets on top of the back line. The follow-up is there. And with all of D+ dead, sans J-Hook, who's had a great performance. I don't think he can win this 1v5. Here comes Solid, though, respawning.
Yep, Delight is going to be the first one to be taken down here. Kanavi very low. There's a Cataclysm right in on top of the Kiana. And he does have that GA completed. So now J-Hook going to be dancing around the back of this fight. Good stun could connect onto Solid, who does get the flag and drag. Flashes himself out of the way, but Gumayushi is now dead. And J-Hook, I mean, he's a man possessed right now on this Ambessa. Zeka's just running for the hills. And he's like, Zeus, you deal with this guy. You're the one that built it. And Zeus says, I'd prefer not to, but I guess I'm going to have to find out a way. Because he's just dashing around, running amok, getting the huge shields here. And that
Chemtech
is
Soul
Chemtech
value?
Soul at
Yeah.
work, baby. That's working so well. Lucan with Chemtech
Yeah,
Soul,
I mean,
man.
we saw it when the shield popped up there.
Yeah.
And I mean, Zeus was kind of outplaying him, right? He was able to kind of kite through there. J-Hook missed a lot of his abilities, but just too tanky. And those mages were respawning. Baron is the big question mark here. Is Guma?
Yeah, Cataclysm comes down. Supreme Display of Talent is going to throw Solid into the wall, and he is just going to be taken out here by his own Cataclysm just a little bit. J-Hook teleports in, and they do manage to kill the jungler. HLE now looking for a Baron.
They don't have the ultimate for Kanavi anymore.
Okay, there's the... Oh, what the heck, J-Hook? Kanavi's going to have to get the heck out of there.
Zeus?
Delight is now doing the very best he can, but Zeus is dashing in on top of Wayne. Zeka looking to make his way over, and now Garden is going to be the next target. There's the Petrifying Gaze, but they're surrounding the Cassiopeia, and J-Hook finally gets the work done towards the top side of the map and takes out Kanavi, but now he's going to have to make a very quick escape because the rest of HLE are making their way over. And it is currently a 3 versus 4 in advantage of HLE, and make it a, yeah, it's honestly J-Hook versus the world every single time.
And Delight couldn't actually stop his back there, but they're going to get on top of him.
Is the world strong enough, Wolf? That is the question. He's
I
still,
think so.
Oh my lord, okay, finally Delight, he's able to lock that one down. Somehow this Camille is absolutely massive.
I was
also.
worried that he was going to finish his back, and then HLE weren't going to be able to do the Baron, but they kind of delayed themselves there, chasing J-Hook around. J-Hook does not have teleport, but the rest of these members are going to respawn. Garden and Wayne were caught by the engage of Zeus on the other side. I don't know if we're going to get a replay of it because it was such a long fight and there's a really critical set of objectives up right now. But if you watch it back, you'll see like Garden and Wayne couldn't get access to do damage. But ultimately, even though it was delayed, they had to regroup. They are going to get this Baron here. And Solid respawned, but cannot actually do the Elder, obviously, by himself. So HLE will be able to do what I was saying D+ might have been able to do. They're going to get Prio on this, but the base is open. So HLE, if they get Baron, could just threaten to end while this Elder is happening. But the timing is kind of a little thin here. They're already on it. Delight's over here.
So Delight gonna have to be the one to try and delay this as best he can. Teleport from Gumayusi towards the bottom side of the map, right of the Arcane, immediately thrown down. Garden almost just dies. The Seraph Shield is now gone as Wayne trying to keep himself safe. The last shot there comes in. Supreme Display of Talent wipes out the Cassiopeia before she can do anything at all in that last skirmish. And now Loopy does manage to get the Shadow Dash out pretty well, and he's not able to get away with his ultimate as there was a bit of a wraparound play there. J-Huck once again needing to be the hero, but there is now an Elder on HLE, and I think they should be able to finish off this game now. Zeus is dealing with it as he's taking down these Nexus turrets and will be able to deal with the Nexus as well. It is an HLE victory in the end, as we assumed, but it was a lot more interesting as it turns out.
Locke's undefeated streak continues here.
Narrowly continues.
Narrowly continues. The game was not about him. But I am going to be putting my MVP vote in right now, and I can tell you guys right now that it is going into Kanavi's spot, even though there were some overextensions, even though there were at times some worries with how he was playing out the mid to late game. He ran the early game. He made such a larger impact than Solid did in this game.
I think there's an argument for Gumayusi as well, who had a very good game
also
on
Delight.
the Xerath, which is a very obvious thing for the the younger teams.
Guma gets it, and I think
Guma does
this
get
is
it.
warranted. He got the pick on the Garden in that last fight. He had an incredible game laning phase.